Well, this is pretty much incredible here. This view. Okay, there's Bishop way over there. And then Big Pine right down there. So I've got two nights up here, and my main goal is to find some water, a spring or two, way back at the far side of Papoose Flats. And the second goal is to sort of identify these canyons, some that I've hiked up and some that I want to hike up. Get an idea of how much snow is left in some of these passes, because it's really close to the time to start climbing up to this crest, which is no easy feat. Tomorrow's June 1st. Fabulous. Okay, let's see here. That's Big Pine Creek. And over here, to the bottom right of that slash, I remember, that's Birch Creek. There's a trail going up to a lake up there. The next trail is Red Mountain or Red Creek Trail. I haven't done that one. And it goes up to a lake, which I think is up that way. And that's some steep climbing right there. The next one further south is basically between these two benches or ledges, which were burned last year. And that's a real shame, because I know that was habitat for deer. And that's Taboose Creek and Trail. That one's not so bad. And the pass is up to the right. Here's the next side road view. Not as exciting as the first one, but there is a nice view down into Papoose Flats. And what's different here is there's granite rock mounds pointing up out of the flats. This is down at the southwestern side of the Papoose Flats. And there's a really neat bit of an alcove in here for a campfire. And then looks like there's another nice alcove between these two rocks and that tree right there. And this looks pretty cool here. If I had someone here with me, I'd probably try it. These smooth slopes, you can do some tricks on your motorcycle. I mean, right here I could come up this, come over this, and come back down here. That's doable. And this is a more dangerous one. But I could see coming up this, right around that. Right up this, and right around there. Not alone though. Here's my zone. Pretty happy with it. I've got this semicircle of boulders blocking the west wind if it comes from that way. It'll also shade the setting sun. I've got a view of some mountains this way. And I set my tent here. It's the Golden Bear Bivvy. A $40 house. And I'm into summer pack weight, light gear usage. This is my tried and true North Face Ranger pack. There's no real frame to it. It's just a big solid pad on the back. And theoretically I've got 3 days of food here. Though yesterday I didn't come out. It was a sick day from work. Rested up and came out this morning. I've got my Spectre Mountain Hardwear feather bag. It's going to be great. A few extra items of clothing. I swapped out the standard tent stakes for my Eagle's Nest stakes. Solid aluminum stakes. I was able to squeeze in 3 beers, which was something I do when there's room on top, I guess. Could have been water. I've got 3 liters of water. Stretched, it could last 2 nights. That's if I don't cook my dinner. Really like that coffee though, so coffee's a must. This is my kind of personal items bag. There's a flashlight in there. Stainless steel coffee cup. Cell phone. Fix-a-flat. Toilet paper. Stove fuel. Stove is in here with my kit. Sawyer squeeze filter. Lock. If I have to lock the motorcycle to a tree. Trashy Sci-Fi, my food is here. Pretty much it. I wore my Frog Togs rain jacket. It's something I have to do when I'm long-term summer camping. I have to put on as many layers as I can on the way out. Okay, we're gonna run it here tonight. Camera doesn't do justice compared to what I can see with my naked eyes. Over 5,000 feet above this valley floor, which is pretty amazing. And there's a storm up the valley. Looks like it's above Bishop. I can see the snaking Owens River reflected in the light now. And those great Eastern Cascade Mountains. This was a good choice, a good trip choice, because it's absolutely cool right now. Just a bit of adventure here to get here, and tomorrow we'll go look for some water. That's one of the views from my tent. It's been kind of a chilly morning. I was fine last night. The wind picked up a bit, and it seems to have tapered off now. Now that the clouds are here, and it looks like there's some moisture on some of the mountains. Not too bad over here right now. I'm using this filtered sunlight to warm my bike up. I hope it starts. I've looked at the map and there's a wilderness area about 2 to 3 miles. Well, the boundary is closer, maybe a mile. And then there's 2 miles to hike to a spring. And the thing is, I've got this much water left, which looks like a lot. Yeah, I could probably comfortably, I would drink that up today until the end of the night. I would have maybe enough to cook dinner. No water for coffee. There is a chance that I can find a snow patch back there. It's doubtful. So the whole thing is, do I want to expend energy and water looking for water? Okay? We'll figure it out. It's an old road. Probably goes right to the water. I'm gonna go for it. I've got enough water to get back there and back to the bike if I don't find anything. This is pretty darn fantastic right now. I've climbed quite a bit, and the road just trails right through this valley. And there's amazing forests up here. Heavy, thick forests you wouldn't expect in all this sage. And I've seen the bristlecone for sure. I'm feeling it. It's a nice workout for sure. And this is the intersection. It's a 3-way. And I'm thinking the road that goes to that spring goes down this draw here. That's east. It goes pretty steep right down. Death Valley over here. And that wind is a little chilly. I did not see an indication of a road going down to a spring, which is down this way. And there's a small patch of snow where I dropped my pack. It's gonna have to do. I can see a cut going down the side of this slope, and I'm probably sitting on one of the switchbacks here from the top. And it's right along there. It goes down there, and I can't see where it goes after that draw. It's my zone, and that sun is gone. It got a little chilly. That wind is chilly. It's a fairly sheltered area here. There's not too much coming down below this area. There's some coming this way, and there's a bunch going over that saddle both ways. And that snow is cold. My fingers are still cold from getting that snow. I got my groove going. Blueberry snow tea. Oh, that's so good. Warm. When I heat that snow up, I bring it to a boil for a short time, just to make sure everything's dead in it, and pick out the needles and bugs and pine nuts. There were 2 pine nuts in there. I didn't see anything when I scooped it in. And to go along with that, we've got a new flavor of Pop-Tart. It's the chocolate pretzel Pop-Tart. And I'll tell you, it's pretty darn tasty right now with that blueberry tea. Skipping dinner. This is going to work for me just to hydrate with this hot liquid. That's real nice. And my elevation is roughly 10,000 feet here. And that far distant ridge-like peak is Wanoba Mountain. That's 123 feet high. Interesting too is that looking straight north, I can see the White Mountains and White Mountain itself. It's a unique perspective here. And just again on the other side, it drops down to Death Valley, and I can see ridge after ridge after ridge after ridge going east. And a tiny bit of sunlight. I'll take it at the end of the day. It's a chilly, overcast morning. No snow coffee this morning. I'm not going to deal with that. This is what I've got for water. I'm going to use half of that to make some coffee. And save the rest for the trip out. And this battery's going out. I've got a feeling it's going to rain So we're gonna pack up and boogie out of here.